Very excited for that. I'm ready.
Let's go, right?
Yes, but Earth Day is coming up, which means there's no better time to learn how you can help the environment. And one way to bring an impact is composting. So here to tell us a bit about composting is Shelley Rudnick-Peterson, an environmental educator from Trees for Tomorrow in Eagle River. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so first off, just for anyone who may not know, what is Trees for Tomorrow?
So Trees for Tomorrow is an environmental education center. We've been in existence since 1944, originally started as a way for landowners to reforest their land after a lot of the kind of cutover forestry of the late 1800s, early 1900s. And in the late 60s, we switched focus to being more educational. So we host school groups, we have like our composting class, we have community programs, we have summer programs for children, we have a community preschool that we run one day a week. So we try to do all things nature for lots of different people.
It sounds like fun. And where are you guys located at?
We are right in Eagle River, so we're on, kind of on the Eagle River chain and on Sheridan Street, kind of tucked away, but we're right in town in Eagle River.
Nice.
And then kind of getting into the topic of the day, composting. So what is composting and the process of it?
So composting is where you take your food scraps, your yard scraps, and you put them in a bin or some other kind of receptacle, and you let microorganisms break that material down. And then when you're all done, you have some great stuff that you can add into your garden, your potted plants, and can help things grow. And that keeps your food scraps and those types of things out of the landfill and makes some great stuff for you to be using in your garden.
Nice. So maybe kind of give us an example here. So something that some people would be kind of throwing out to compost. Well, what kind of type of sub items?
Banana peels, your apple cores, potato peels, any kind of kitchen waste that is plant-based.
Sure.
You can add bread. You can do any of your yard waste, leaves, mulched grass, any grass clippings, that type of thing. Small sticks and branches, they take a little bit longer to break down, but any of that kind of stuff can be added as well.
And does it need to be in like a big bin, or can it be small? Like, do you have to start huge, or?
It really depends on how much you have and what you're looking for. One of the important things, and this is part of why we're running a class, so that you can learn all of these things. An important thing is to keep a mix between what's called the the greens, which would be your food waste, and the browns, which are things like your yard waste, dried leaves, and those types of things. So keeping a good balance of those helps to build that micro community inside the bin and helps things break down more quickly, and it also prevents you from getting kind of those odors, the sliminess, all of that kind of stuff that sometimes people associate with their food waste. Yeah.
And plus, it sounds like it helps out the environment too in the end if you kind of do that natural breakdown, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you throw those same things into the landfill, when they break down, they produce methane, which is a very strong greenhouse gas. And by doing it more naturally in a compost bin, you don't make that methane.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, and you guys do some composting on the Trees for Tomorrow campus, don't you?
Yes, we do have an outdoor composting area, which right now, under all of our snow, is not very useful, but we also do some worm composting as well. So we're able to add our food waste from our kitchen right into a bin where we have some special worms that will break that stuff down actually pretty quickly.
Are you able to do the composting process in the winter?
So with the worm composting, we can, because those worms stay inside. Obviously, worms don't like freezing temperatures as well, so we do keep them in kind of a utility room in our education hall, and they've done a very good job at keeping our food waste from our kitchen pretty much taken care of all winter. So that's not something that will be a focus of our class this year, but definitely is something that you can look into if you're interested in kind of a year-round composting.
And you mentioned this year. How long has the class gone on?
The class, this is our third year, I believe, of running the composting class, and so that will be on Earth Day, which is really cool. Yes. It's from 9 to 11 on April 22nd, and it includes, there's a kind of a three-tiered way that you can go to the class. $85 for the instruction, and you get a large composting bin that is super easy to set up. If you already have a bin and just want to learn more or have made your own, $25. And if you want to have a couple come and with a bin, then that's $110 for that 2-hour instruction. And we have an expert coming in to talk about all of the things that the best ways to make compost quickly. So if you're really interested in having something that you'll be able to use in your garden in a pretty short order, they'll tell you how to do that. If you want a less intensive way of doing the composting, which is how I do it, then they're going to show you that too. But the important thing is that we're keeping things out of the landfill.
Perfect. And then last question, if people want to sign up for that class or just contact you guys to learn a little bit more, what's the best way for them to do that?
The best way to do that is to go out to our website, treesfortomorrow.com. And there's all the information about how you would sign up for the class, and you can do all of that right online.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Definitely sounds like a fantastic process for the environment, so I hope you get a good turnout at the class.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And coming up, we have What's Trending, including